KSI is genius for creating Misfits boxing. Now hold on, let me explain, okay? I broke this video down into 3 main segments that I really want to talk about. 1 being KSI himself, 2 being the people he let run and promote this company, and 3, obviously the fights that Misfits has produced. Now obviously starting off with number 1 is KSI, otherwise known as JJ Olentunji. I don't really have to go too much in depth of, who KSI is. I'm sure you guys all know. KSI, YouTuber, entrepreneur, has many companies like the Sideman, Simon Vodka, Sideman Eats. I think that's what it's called. I'm pretty sure. KSI knows how to run a company and knows how to run it successfully. I think the best example of that is Prime Energy, fastest growing energy drink in the world, or hydration drink, I should say. My bad. Don't come at me, Prime fans. KSI is a very charismatic, very loud, very attention grabbing type of guy. This guy knows how to grab someone's attention, knows how to make headlines. Obviously, sometimes making headlines in the wrong way, but KSI is someone that the boxing world loves to see, because sometimes people just want to see him lose, and that essentially is what sells the fights even more. KSI's ego is essentially what carries a lot of the fights, and obviously throughout promotion, ego is very necessary to create good trash talk, create hype and suspense around what is going to happen in this bout. Yeah man, KSI is essentially what boxing needs in a way. I know people are going to be like, what? Boxing needs KSI? What am I talking about? KSI's charismatic, charming self is just absolutely necessary when running a boxing company like this. Or is KSI running the company? Now, obviously, KSI is a CEO in it. Obviously, when it comes down to promotion and being at every single one of the events promoting it himself, KSI is very much full-handed with all the companies he has to carry. So KSI has to have good people in charge, which leads me into number 2, people he picked to promote a company. Guys, KSI knows he can't be at every single event promoting it all himself. Of course, he's been at a bunch of them. Every single one I'm sure he can be at, which is why he left it in charge and other people, which is something other companies have completely failed at. Obviously, look at Global Titans. That's the most recent example. Showstar, Social Gloves. That's right, Austin. Talking to you. I think the biggest problem with those companies is they got unprofessional people that don't really know how to run anything to do with boxing. KSI obviously has the likes of Mam Sailor, and the guy, I haven't been able to pronounce his name. I'll put it right here. Promotes many fights. Promoted, I think the most known fighter I could find that he's promoted is Derek Chisora. Recently had a bout with Tyson Fury, if you guys didn't know about that. So this guy is very familiar with how to run a boxing match, how to run a boxing company. He's definitely more towards the hardcore type of boxing fans, not as well known as like Eddie Hearn, Oscar De La Hoya. He's not quite at that level. He's more of a UK promoter from what I can tell, at least. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And obviously KSI's manager himself, Mam Sailor. Yeah, these guys have been finding creators, content creators, and very much pushing them, promoting them as much as they can. I guess the most popular examples I should say of that are, Slim and Saw Poppy. Those are the 2 big ones that definitely come to mind. Very unknown people that these guys have promoted and turned big into the boxing world. Yeah, these guys just know what they're doing. They know how to pay their fighters well. They know what fighter value is. KSI and his promoters, KSI picked the right people. And not to mention the fact that they're literally on the zone, which is just absolutely crazy. A place where professional athletes literally compete against each other. So it adds so much more credibility to Misfits. And yeah, KSI was very smart in letting these people run it, and he just knows what he's doing. Yes, by the way, I know I have a patch on here. I don't know if you guys can tell. I have a fucking pimple. By the way, if you guys aren't subscribed, trying to make more content like this, recently I've been slacking on the boxing content, so hopefully this makes up for it a little bit. Trying to improve my quality in the videos, obviously with cameras and stuff like that, and lighting. And number 3, my final reason as to why KSI is a genius is just the fights in general. They just know how to create good matchups, just create highlights and fights that people just like to see, and it's just very overall entertaining. And it's just the way that the fights are set up as well. No issues ringside, very entertaining, one after another right away. Fights are happening quickly. Yeah, there's really not much to say on the third one, actually, now thinking about it. But man, Misfits fights have been insane. They've been so entertaining to watch. Easily some of the best out of any of the influencer boxing scenes. You have Daji versus Fusi, Slim versus Temper, Dean the Great versus Wally Sharks. There's also, you know, a bunch of other ones as well. A bunch of the female fights have been absolutely outstanding to watch. Obviously, technique doesn't exist in the female fights and a lot of the male fights as well. Very, very, very entertaining. Nonetheless, they just know how to put on a good show, constantly keep people entertained, constantly pushing out cards as well. They're not just pushing out one and then waiting like a whole year for another one. Misfits has found the right fighters. You know, they have Saw Poppy on there. They have King Kenny, who's obviously also on Kinpin. Slim, KSI, Deji. They have a bunch of the big names, top dogs on there. And I know definitely Logan's going to be fighting on there one day. So Misfits definitely knows what they're doing. And most importantly, KSI knows what he's doing. And obviously, Misfits, if you need a fighter, or you know, you need someone to step in the ring, or you need a commentator or something like that, anyways guys, that's pretty much it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed this type of quality content. Always looking to improve, always looking to get better. If there's anything wrong with these videos, let me know. If you guys want to see other type of stuff as well, let me know. Also, I'm also trying to, you know, expand, improve my vocabulary as well. So if you guys hear me stumbling, you know, let me know down below, and I'll always try to improve, always trying to get better. And like I said, Misfits, if you need someone. Anyways, talk to you guys later. Peace.